Why too much mercy leads to chaos. In life, mercy is often viewed as a virtue. The act of forgiving, of offering compassion, is often lauded as the highest form of humanity. But here lies the peril. Mercy, when given excessively, becomes a form of weakness. And in a world governed by power struggles, weakness invites destruction. True strength, as Machiavelli teaches, lies not in forgiveness without end, but in knowing when to exercise restraint and when to assert dominance. Mercy, when misapplied, doesn't elevate the ruler. It undermines him. It does not foster loyalty. It breeds dependence. The more you offer mercy, the more you make yourself vulnerable, open to manipulation. Just as a leader who gives into the hunger of his people weakens himself, the ruler who pardons too often weakens his control. For the moment you give mercy, you stop controlling the game. You give others the power to dictate your terms. And in a world where power is everything, the moment you lose control is the moment chaos begins. Machiavelli understood power in its rawest form. Power is not just the ability to command, but the capacity to control your environment, to create a space where you define the terms. Those who offer too much mercy fall into the trap of allowing others to dictate their narrative. It is a dangerous illusion to think that mercy can be granted indiscriminately without consequence. In the pursuit of control, one must understand the mechanics of human behavior. People don't operate solely on goodwill, they act out of need, desire, and fear. The one who is merciful in excess signals to others that he can be manipulated. A ruler who consistently offers mercy becomes predictable. His decisions are no longer his own. They are shaped by those around him, by the whims of his people. And in that predictability lies the seed of chaos. Let's break it down. When mercy is given too freely, what happens? The balance of power shifts. Dependency creeps in, and loyalty is no longer a choice but a necessity born from gratitude. But dependence is dangerous. It is fragile, easily shattered when expectations aren't met. The very foundation of loyalty is built on mutual respect, not obligation. A ruler who offers mercy out of a sense of moral superiority, rather than strategic calculation, undermines his own position. He allows those around him to control the pace and direction of the relationship. Mercy, in its excessive form, fosters rebellion. It is like a foundation built on sand. It shifts and moves with every gust of wind. Those who feel they are not held accountable for their actions will not hesitate to take advantage of that leniency. They will push, testing the limits of the ruler's patience. And when that mercy is eventually revoked, when the ruler finally exerts his authority, it will come as a shock, creating chaos and resentment. The ruler who exudes mercy weakens his ability to govern effectively. He loses his grip on the very foundation of power, fear and respect. The dangers of being too good. Mercy, when used correctly, can be a tool for building bridges. But when used as the cornerstone of leadership, it becomes a weapon of self-destruction. Think back to any time in your life when you've been overly generous, forgiving, or lenient. Did it bring loyalty, or did it invite exploitation? Did your goodness bring respect, or did it create dependence? People do not admire weakness, no matter how virtuous it seems. When you give too much, you are no longer seen as a ruler, but as a caretaker. In this role, you become a target. The more you offer, the more they expect. Mercy turns from a gracious gift to an entitlement. And those who receive this gift will take, without consideration of the consequences to you, the giver. In your attempt to be good, you become the one who is controlled. Machiavelli's wisdom lies in understanding that human nature is not driven by virtue alone. People are not inherently loyal to those who show mercy. They are loyal to those who can protect them, provide for them, and, when necessary, punish them. Mercy without restraint only exposes your vulnerabilities. It makes you predictable, a target for those who seek to exploit your good nature for their own gain. When mercy is excessive, the structure begins to crumble. What was once a well-ordered system becomes a house of cards, teetering on the brink of collapse. The ruler who offers too much mercy invites chaos, not peace. He encourages disobedience, as those who are given too much are never satisfied. There is always a desire for more, and when that mercy is withdrawn, the chaos that ensues is inevitable. Machiavelli never sought peace by offering mercy to all. He understood that peace comes from strength, from the ability to impose order. Order comes not from the blind generosity of mercy, but from the careful balance of power. A ruler must know when to forgive, but more importantly, he must know when to assert control. Mercy should not be a constant. It should be used as a tool, wielded when it strengthens the ruler's position, and withheld when it undermines it. Mercy is not weakness, but it can lead to the perception of weakness if it is given without careful thought. Those who see it as a sign of vulnerability will take advantage. The ruler must understand the delicate balance between offering mercy and maintaining control. When that balance is lost, the ruler loses his ability to govern effectively. The kingdom begins to slip into chaos. We must dispel the myth that mercy equates to goodness, or that goodness is inherently powerful. Goodness does not elevate you, it lowers you. The idea that showing compassion or forgiveness makes you strong is a dangerous illusion. In fact, it makes you susceptible to manipulation. The moment you allow others to see that you care, you give them a map to your destruction. They know where to strike, how to bend you, and when to press. Strength lies not in the ability to give endlessly, but in the capacity to withhold. It is in the ability to understand when mercy strengthens your position and when it weakens it. The ruler who withholds mercy is not cruel. He is strategic. He knows that power is about maintaining control, not surrendering it. A ruler who gives freely of himself, his time, his energy, his mercy, is a ruler who invites chaos. The ruler who withholds, who remains above the fray, is the one who commands respect. The paradox of mercy, the end of control. In the end, too much mercy leads to the destruction of the very order it seeks to create. When you give mercy without limit, you expose your weaknesses, and the chaos that follows is the result of your own making. The ruler who seeks peace through mercy, who seeks approval through kindness, will find himself surrounded by chaos. The world does not respond to goodness. It responds to power. And power is not found in mercy, but in restraint. In the ability to withhold what others crave, and in the ability to dictate the terms of your own rule. Machiavelli understood this principle well. The ruler who offers too much mercy sacrifices his strength. He sacrifices his control. The moment you let others know that you can be manipulated, you lose the upper hand. And in that moment, chaos begins to take root. The ruler who understands the dangers of too much mercy is the one who maintains order, who commands respect, and who remains in control. The key lesson here is that mercy, when overused, leads to the loss of control, the unraveling of power, and the descent into chaos. A ruler must always be strategic in his mercy, offering it when it strengthens his position, and withholding it when it risks his authority. The moment a ruler becomes predictable, the moment he loses the ability to withhold mercy, he invites chaos. In this delicate balance lies the true power of the ruler.